Welcome to the second Win Boxing Meet. I'm your host, Nasheed Hammond, and alongside,
It's your boy Caesar Fantastic.
well, today we have a very special guest, man, in the building, man. It's been many years since I've seen this, man, in a while, man. We have the 2022 Golden Glove National Champion,
Yeah.
Nasheed Sugarsheed Smith, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, man?
Yes, sir. It's going good. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Man,
Hey,
anytime,
man,
brother, man.
anytime, Sam.
Yeah, man. You know, it's I just want to give congratulations to you, man, for going out there putting on making DC, making the DMV DC area look spectacular, man. Yes, I know, I fought in that tournament in 96. I was 16. That's when we could fight at 16 as open fighters. So yeah, so I know how difficult it is to do major things out there in the Golden Glove. So, brother, you definitely, it's a part of history forever because that's in the history books, man. So, congratulations to you as well as Quentin Williams as well, man. Headbangers is doing their thing, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and my brother, Quincy, we went out there and we did our thing, you know what I'm saying, along with the rest of the Golden Glove team. We all just worked hard, and we stayed focused, and me and Quincy, we ended up getting a gold.
Yes, indeed, man. The first question I want to ask you, young man, is what year did you start boxing?
I started boxing at around, I was like, I want to say 10 years old, and my mom took me up to a gym, but then I went to another gym. I went to Tony's gym.
Okay.
And after Tony's, I went to Oh no, my bad. I got it mixed up. I went to Ham's gym.
Ham. Okay.
Yeah, I went to this gym. Then I went to Tony's gym.
Okay.
And after that, I went to Headbangers Gym, and I've been with Headbangers ever since.
Okay, that's amazing, man. What motivated you and wanted you to become a boxer, man? What inspired you to say, I want dad or moms, or what made me, why I want to box? What made you make that decision to get in there, man?
So when I was younger, originally, I was doing Taekwondo.
Okay.
And so, what I'm saying, as I was growing up, I used to always watch like sports, like TV, but I always watch like action because I always like anything action or anything single player. So I used to watch UFC when it first started. And when I watched it, I was like, dang, this guy, this looking a little good. I kind of like this right here. So I was like, all right, cool. I know I got the kicks. I know how to wrestle a little bit because my dad, he was a wrestler when he was younger.
Okay.
So he taught me a few things. And I was like, all right, I just gotta really get the hands.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. So I was like, all right. So that's what made me get into boxing. But I just fell in love with it. So, I had to stay with it because I just like everything about boxing. I love everything, the grind, the game, everything that comes with boxing. I just love it. So I gotta stay with it.
Yes, indeed, man. It's one of those sports. Once you get involved, and if you're serious about it, you're gonna be stuck. It's in you for life, man. It's in you for life.
Yeah, exactly.
So, man, why? What made you pick Headbangers as the gym of that you wanted to represent, man? What made you decide to say this is where I'm gonna be at? I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, so, so when I was younger, I used to get bullied a little bit.
Okay.
And so going to, those gyms, what I'm saying, it was like I would always hear about the Headbangers. They would always be talking about the Headbangers. And my dad, he played a big part in it. He was just like, dang, I really want to know, who these Headbangers are. And so also being there and being at Tony's gym, I used to get bullied in there. So the gym closed down. They were moving to a different gym. So my dad took me out, and my dad had this friend, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was one of the coaches at Ham's gym. He was saying that, take him to Headbangers. So, we started, my dad started looking for Headbangers. Whole time, Headbangers literally around the corner from where I lived at. So it was just crazy how that worked. And it was like really perfect timing because, I really was still new to the game for real. Had no fights. And this was, if I'm not mistaken, after when Lamont beat Amir Khan for the title. So,
Okay,
everything
yeah.
is hot right now.
Yes,
It was hot.
indeed. Yeah.
Good. So we go down there, and when we get there, and me just training and everything, it it was like it was more friendly there. I never got bullied
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was easily friends with Coach Boogie's son Jabari.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like everything there. It just made me want to continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I love just being able to work out, but still be able to have fun with it at the same time. At those other gyms,
Exactly.
it wasn't really no fun. You know what I'm saying? Like being a kid, and this is a serious sport. This takes a lot of sacrifice. So being a
Facts.
kid and then doing this and trying to do it seriously, it just having fun makes you just want to go to the gym anyway.
Right.
So
So,
doing all that, it just helped me. What I'm saying, stay with Headbangers.
so one thing I do notice about Headbangers, I was there when it first started, man. When Lamont and Anthony were little boys, man, like literally, they about 5 years younger than me. So I know the development and how the growth of that place, man, and from literally in a little box in Lincoln, man, like in a little closet, basically, where we
Yeah,
sparred at. And the ring was probably no bigger than my desk, around my desk
yeah,
surface, man. But they made the best of what they had, man. And that's what made Burry and Boogie and that mob special, man, was they
yep.
made the best out of it, man. And the next question I had to ask you, man, was, man, how was that experience, man, watching all of those legends, past and present? You got like Adrian Broner, Lamar Peterson, you got Javante Tank Davis, you got so many legends, man, that come through there. Is that an advantage for you? You feel as though that you have all these guys to be able to learn from?
That's a very big advantage for me. Because I'm able, what I'm saying, like being there, what I'm saying, I'm put in a position where I can easily talk to these legends and these world champions, what I'm saying, because they already been in the shoes that I was in.
Right.
I'm not even pro yet. So they all the amateur stuff, the USAs, the Golden Gloves, everything, they can always give me advice on those type of things. And then I got to a point where, Coach B, he was putting me in the ring with those guys.
Right.
Everybody except for Javante Davis, because I'm just bigger than him. But
Yeah.
they was putting me in the ring with those guys. So even in the ring, I can ask them once we finish, and they'll tell me. Sometimes I really don't even have to ask them, and they would tell me like, "Hey, listen, this, that, and the third. You can do this, and you can do that, and everything." So it just, and it also helps me mentally, because just to know that I'm in a ring with these type of guys, there's no way possible nobody in the amateurs can beat me, because
Yeah.
I'm already in the ring with these guys. Ain't nobody punching as hard as them, as fast as them, even thinking like them. So it just, it's a very big advantage.
Yeah, man, that's a blessing for you, man. I know,
Yeah.
because every time when I do come through, man, it's always a star in it, man. It's always a top notch trainer or fighter. Most of them guys I known since for years when they was kids, or some of them is I always see Mike come through there. Mike used to come through there, and he used to be my JO trainer back when I was in Colorado back in the day. So it's good to see people from back then, man. So the next question is, man, how many fights do you have?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I got so many fights. I would probably say right now I probably got like around 70, 80 fights.
Okay.
Yeah, around 70, 80 fights. I've been fighting for a long time.
Do you have any local rivalries, man? Like anybody that's, man, every time, every tournament, they might not beat you, but they still give you problems, man. Like a thorn in you, just somebody that you like, man. When you see his name, you can't wait to fight him.
Yeah. Rivalries? No, not at all.
None.
I used to,
Yeah.
every time, what I'm saying, every amateur, or every even good amateur or somebody's taking it serious, they gotta go through those rivalries. I used to have them, like Mike Thomas,
Okay.
and locals, nationally, Alexis Espino, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But other than that, I haven't had no rivalry since then. Yeah.
Oh wow, man, that's wonderful, man. Because I remember having one. Me and Spencer Harsley, man. A lot of people
Yeah.
probably don't know what that is. A lot of people do from back in the days, man. We fought 5 times, man. I beat him all 5, but he still used to give me hell though. Every fight, man. Every fight, man.
The rivalries,
So-
I kind of wish I did, because you know the rivalry, it make everything so pumped, so hype. You have more fun in there. You know what I'm saying? You got his
Yes,
crowd
indeed.
versus my crowd.
Yeah.
You know, fights more intense. We throwing harder shots because we know, you know, we know each other.
Yep.
We fought each other a couple times, so we know that we both good. I would like that. I would like that.
Yeah, yes, indeed, man. But you about to be. I'm sure you're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna stick around for the amateurs for a little much longer, or going pro anytime soon. You're gonna fight the USA.
So right now, you know, we're looking at the USA's in December, and then after that, you know, it all depends what, you know what I'm saying, what the talks is about. But right now, you know, we just take it one tournament at a time, you know. So right now I'm just focused on December.
Okay, good. So give me a daily daily workout or routine, or a daily what goes on daily up in the Headbangers, the workout routines, man.
So we have 2 different ones, right? Of course. So we got like a sparring one, and then we have like a strength and conditioning one.
Okay.
So Mondays, Wednesday, Fridays, we usually have sparring. And you know, you already know, if you've been to the Headbangers, you know it's always
yes, indeed.
at the Headbangers.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I give me a slight little jog in. Then after that, shadow box for a couple rounds. Then we get to sparring however many rounds we're supposed to do that day. Hit that bag, hit the mitts. Sometimes, you know, the pad. Then after that, you hit the speed bag. Make sure you get your sit-ups, your jump rope, and you make sure that you stretch for, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, Thursdays is more so like strength and conditioning. So it
Okay.
could strength and conditioning, you know, for us could you know, vary at different times. You know, sometimes, you know, we might do, you know, what's called the PlayStation. If you ever been to Headbangers, you know about that PlayStation. That's more so like a series of workouts that you have to do. And
Okay.
so like we could do like 2 treadmills,
Okay.
sit-ups, jumping in and out of the tire, sometimes with the mitts, stepping on the steps with weights, bench presses, no weight bars on it. So
Okay.
that's that for that one. Then sometimes we also do sprints. Sometimes we go to the other side and we do go to the basketball court, or sometimes we outside and we do our sprints. So you know,
Okay.
it really just all depends on what the coaches think we should be doing that day.
That's one thing about Burry, man. He was definitely you're gonna be in shape. You training with B, you're gonna be in some shape. Trust and believe me. That's not gonna be an issue.
One thing about training at the Headbangers Boxing Gym, if you training exactly how you supposed to be doing, and you know your outside life is correct and everything, Coach B, Coach Boogie, Coach J, and Juice, they gonna make sure that you will not gas out in that fight. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
facts,
Like,
man.
and see, that's why I love, you know, the Headbangers so much, because we have 3 to 4 different coaches, and they all are good at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not just coaches, they teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always there. You know, I could talk to them about inside the ring and outside the ring. You know, if I need to work on something, they will point it out. Like, it'll be stuff that I don't even pay attention to. Like, okay, my fights in Golden Glove Nationals, I went over them with Coach B, and mind you, I won these fights. Some of these dudes, I'm dominating. And he like, see, let me show you where you did this wrong at. And now let me show you how we're gonna work on it. Things like that. You know, just things that I'm not even thinking about. They already thinking about for me. So, you know, that's another reason why I love the Headbangers, because our coaching is magnificent. Right? I always say this all the time. We got the dream team with coaches. So.
That's right. Hey man, you know what's crazy, man? You know, you winning the Golden Gloves, man. Me and Boog was in the Golden Gloves Nationals in '96.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, Ohio, man. And time has flew, man, for us, man. But man, this I remember when I asked Book, how many nationals did y'all win at the Headbangers? This was in 2012.
Yeah.
He said they won over hundreds of nationals. I'm sure it's probably got to be about 400-500 national championships came out of the Headbangers Gym.
Without a doubt. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no clue how many we won.
I'm an eggs buried, man.
It's so many. We got so many national champions. Damn, I know I won 4 nationals by myself.
Right.
Then we got Quincy, we got Peanut,
Right,
Scooter,
right.
Meech, Lamont, Anthony, Tierra Brown. Man, we got Patrick Harris. Man, we got so many.
And
we got franchise.
Remo too, right? Remo was with y'all too. We had Bangers,
Remo too, yeah. Remo too. We got so many people. We got so many people.
Yeah, man. One thing about it, man. 2 things for certain, man. The legacy is intact with the Headbangers, man. In my 43 years on Earth, I don't think in DC history there's been another gym won more national champions collectively over a period of time than Headbangers Gym. So they definitely earned those stripes to be top-notch gym, man, in terms of national titles.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that can never be taken, man. And it is what it is, man. They did their thing. And, I know Barry for many years before he was even training people. So, so it is, he's done a tremendous job with that program. It's on course. Just to see, when the smoke cleared with you and Quincy at the top, last 2, and the remaining 2, I know that feeling as well. And that's a feeling of its own when it's just me and my teammate, and everybody's been knocked out. Yeah, that happened with me and my brother, man, and the whole region, was just me and him left, and I know that feeling. So, man, you part of history. Now we're going to get into history. So when you was at the Golden Gloves Nationals, right? Mm-hmm. What was in your mind? Was you thinking, are you focused on the bracket? Because in the Nationals, we have strategies that we go by, like. Some people might focus on the individual, like that's good as you are, but he might be in your bracket. Did you focus on I'm gonna handle my task on this bracket, or I'm gonna worry about me and Joe? That's the 2 top fighters. How did you deal with that when you got there?
So the way that I focused on the tournament was, was just making sure my mindset was, I'm not coming home unless I win this whole tournament.
There we go.
So I didn't care who was there in front of me. I knew I was the man to beat. And I fought tough guys. Like, even in the finals, apparently he had over 300 amateur fights, and he was a Cuban. So, and then first fight was toughest fight of the tournament. Everybody's still talking about that fight with me and Nathan Lugo. So, my whole mindset was just that, to make sure that I won. I was always talking to myself the night before the fight, and I would be like, why not me? Why can't I win this fight? I want I want to be the one to win these tournaments. It's my time now,
That's right.
And I just felt so good and so relaxed throughout the whole fight. That's my main key of the tournaments that I go to, is to make sure I feel good and make sure I feel relaxed. So when I get in, I can go ahead and just do my thing. And so that was pretty much my whole thing, was just make sure that mentally I'm prepared for anything.
That's right, man. You went out there and you handle business, and that's when you look back, you can look 20 years, Google your name, 2022 National Golden Gloves Champion. That's gonna be there for you forever. It's not gonna go nowhere. Your children are going to see that. Your grandchildren are going to see it. It's there forever. Sean, you have any questions?
Just quick questions. Now, you've been surrounded by the legends at Headbangers, right? Could you maybe give us a piece of maybe the best advice, or some of the best advice, or one of the best lessons that you learned from one of them legends that's been up in there?
Yeah. So, the best advice that I've ever received from any legend that I've talked to was from Bernard Hopkins, and he told me that as long as you're in this game, you must always listen and learn. The day you stop learning is the day you should retire, and that, you know, that stuck with me ever since he told me that.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. That's heavy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that. Yeah. B Hop. What was it like being B Hop, man?
I ain't gonna lie. You meet like these certain people because I'm always watching these people, I'm always studying these people. So when I first seen them, him and Franchon, they close. And so when I first seen him, I was like, dang, that's B Hop over there. And when I my dad was like, hey, you should go take a picture with him. So I'm like, okay, cool. And when I go over there, I take a picture with him. We just started chopping it up. And it was just like, wow, like, this person is really, chopping it up with me. That's why I always say, anytime I'm talking about, this type of situation, that I'm so blessed, to be in this position that I am. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he put me in this position, and I'm around, great people like Coach B, Franchon, Boogie, Coach Jamie, and everybody else at Headbangers. So, just being with Bernard Hopkins, talking to him and everything. And I met him a couple of times, like, I'm pretty sure he can point me out now, if he see me on the street or anything like that. So it's just like, it's really an unexplainable feeling, you know what I'm saying? Because all these people that, you looked up to and you watched and you study, you actually talking to them like they're regular people. Like they really are like they're regular people.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, indeed.
So, who's some of your favorite fighters now?
Some of my favorite fighters now, I like everybody, if I'm being honest. Like Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Javante Davis, Naoya and OU. If I had to say like my absolute favorite, I don't really have one. I like Loma, I like Devin, I like Tiafimo as well. I like a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So describe your fighting style.
Oh, my fighting style is very versatile. I can always switch it up. Just I feel like because I study everybody, and also, like I said, dream team of coaches, they teach me everything. So I got everything. I can box, I can bang, I got a tremendous jab, great inside game, slip, head movement, everything. So I feel like I'm just very versatile.
Okay, yeah. Now, if you had a chance to have one dream fight with anybody, past or present, who would you pick to go against?
I ain't gonna lie. Dang, that's funny because we was just talking about this in the gym.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta go with Muhammad Ali. That's my go. That's my favorite fighter of all time. As you can see, I got the poster right there. It's like, I gotta fight him because I want the whole experience. I want to see him trash talk me. I want to see how he gonna move, everything. I want to feel his power, all of that. So it would definitely have to be Muhammad Ali.
Okay. And I see you game, right? You got a Twitch thing. How's that going for you? How you liking Twitch and stream?
Real good. Yeah, it's going real good. So, I'm getting back into it because I had to take a little break so I can, focus on this tournament. Yeah. But right now it's really just a good like backup and or a good like side thing to do because school wasn't really what I'm saying, the best thing for me. I don't just the system of it just wasn't necessarily the best thing for me. And I know that in this boxing game, it can be a point in time where you just on the bench. So I know I have to be able to do something on that what I'm saying, during that time. And I always love video games. And nowadays, it's like 12-year-olds being millionaires from playing Fortnite. So it's just like, it seems like it's money everywhere from just playing the game. So it's like, okay, why not just do it up? Because I'm already gonna be playing the game anyway when I get home from the gym. So it's like, why not just go ahead and just make money off of it?
And get paid, yeah. Hey man, I've seen so many people on Twitch that stream. You got T Grizzly. You got I saw Mighty Mouse Johnson was on there.
Yeah.
Got football players. I'm like, man, if I wasn't so bad at gaming, I would do it myself.
And the thing is, right? The thing is that's so funny is because you can be bad at games and still be making money off it. You just gotta make it look funny. Like,
just make it look good.
Yeah, just make it look funny. Like I be watching like interviews of people and stuff like that. And like it's funny you mentioned T Grizzly. I was watching an interview of him on the other day when he was talking about gaming and rapping and everything. He was saying he make more money gaming than he do rapping.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. Like it's just so much stuff you can do with this whole gaming thing. And it's just like I'm already going to be doing it anyway. I've been doing it all my life. So like, why not just go ahead and do that?
Yeah, sure. You got sponsorships and all kind of ways to make money with that, man.
Yeah.
And now, one last thing I got for you is, what's your thoughts on Jake Paul and what he's trying to do as far as starting this late in his career and
Yeah. So my thoughts on Jake Paul is it's a two-sided sword because one side he is definitely bringing a bigger audience to boxing, you know what I'm saying? And really, if you on his card, you could gain so many fans because, everybody wants to see this YouTuber fight, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to see him fight. But then on the other side, you making a mockery of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Because,
that's what I say.
Because people work so hard to get exactly where you at, and you got money, you know what I'm saying? And in this world, if you got a certain amount of money, you can literally do anything you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you got money and everything cool, but you just gonna come in and you're gonna take the spot of somebody that's been working so hard all of their life.
Exactly, man.
So it's just like, it all depends on how you really want to look at it, but I choose to just look at it like, he just bringing more people to the sport, and I'm okay with that because if we're being honest, that Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fight probably wouldn't have made as much money if it wasn't without Jake Paul in it as well.
Facts.
And the eyes on it for it to be up for fight of the year, that put them eyes on it for everybody to see it, man.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think it's a good thing for the sport, but like you say, tone it down a little bit, be a little more humble.
Like, get your fights, what I'm saying? Get your fights, fight who you want to fight and everything. But come on, bro, you ain't even fight no real boxer yet, bro. Like, come on now.
Exactly,
so it's
man.
crazy. I think he said he could beat Canelo and all that. Like,
You tripping, man. You just started fighting last week.
Right. I was looking forward to him and Rockman, man. I thought Rock was on Punisher, man.
I was looking forward to that too. And it's funny you mentioned that because I was just thinking about like, man, I really wonder how that fight would have played out for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they both showed sparring clips of both of them, kind of getting out on each other and stuff like that. But sparring is different from a fight. So
very different.
Excuse me. Them fighting that would have, win or lose, it would have made him, look better in my eyes, win or lose. Especially if you won though. If you won, what can you say?
Right.
Won, you know what I mean? So
it would have brought some legitimacy to it. Like you say, win or lose. If he lost and looked decent, good enough, you've been like, okay, he could stick around. He actually doing, he all right. But
right,
it's just crazy.
Yeah, but that's all I got.
Well, I got one more question for you, man.
Cool.
When you heard, ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 National Golden Gloves champion, Nasheed, what did you think in your head when you heard Nasheed Smith? What did you think in your head?
In my head, it was just like,
said that.
It was just like, man, finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to fight 4 times throughout the week, back to back, you know what I'm saying? And my first 3 fights was hard fights, like all clutch out, sit in the pocket, some of them shots on your arms type of fights. And when I had those type of fights, I was sore as a mug. I ain't gonna lie. The night before the finals, The night
Yeah,
before the finals, I'm in
I
bed
know
on my phone with ice packs on my arms. So it was like, all
it.
right, I gotta push through and I gotta win. And my thing was like, ain't no way I'm gonna make it all the way to the finals just so I can lose. It was like, no, if I'm gonna
Right,
make it to the
right.
finals, I gotta make sure I win. And I know they give out a Golden Glove ring, and I knew I needed that. So
That's right. That's right.
I was like, yeah, man, I got to make sure I win. So when when they said that, it just made me feel so good, so hype and with so much relief because my coach B always say, no matter what and no matter what we doing, always finish the mission.
That's
And
right.
the mission was finally complete after that.
That's
So,
good,
it
man.
just made me feel real good, seeing my pops are so happy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
indeed, man.
that's another plus of boxing and winning these fights, putting smiles on everybody else's face, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
indeed.
And just seeing them so proud and happy, because my father, my right hand man, you know what I'm saying? Like he's on this boxing journey with me, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
right.
he's been there throughout the tournaments I go to. I'm out of town, mind you, he paying for these plane tickets, this hotel,
Yeah.
and I lose first night of the tournament, so now I gotta turn back, go
Yes.
home. It's like, finally getting, you know what I'm saying, that dub, seeing his face, seeing Coach Boogie face, because Coach Boogie was so happy, you know what I'm saying? Seeing
Yes, indeed.
everybody else's face and getting them calls, the messages and everything. It just makes you feel so good, that you can bring joy to, a whole bunch of people that you really love. So yeah, it just made me feel really good.
Yeah, all the
And
years of hard work finally paid off,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
You work so hard and sometimes you may lose and it really be out of your control. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it happened. It happened.
Yeah, amateur boxing,
Yes,
politics is
indeed,
crazy.
man. It's vicious,
So
man. And I'm glad you won, man. You put the work in, and I was listening to your interview with my good brother Lou, man,
yeah.
and and Anthony was on there. He was talking about your style, man. You definitely got a nice style, man. And what was that name that he said that you, if you remember, that you remind him of?
Antonio Tarver.
Antonio Tarver,
Yeah.
man, hands down. I looked at, I said, damn, Anthony hit it on the money, man. He fight just
Yeah.
like Tarver, man.
It's crazy. When I thought of that question I asked you about your dream fight, that's
Yeah.
who I thought of. I was like,
Right.
he might
Antonio
pick
Tarver.
Tarver. I didn't even know he picked Tarver when that jump out. I was
Yeah.
thinking that in my head too.
Man,
Yeah,
everybody
man.
Antonio Tarver. I might need to start watching him a little more,
Yeah, you do, man. He's southpaw too, man.
Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
Yes,
man.
indeed, man. He wasn't to be played with. I remember him as an amateur because he used to represent, like he used to be the spokesman for all of the amateur boxers. Back then he had like a representative, and they would
Yeah.
do all the speaking. He used to do all the speaking for all of us back in the day. So,
Yeah.
but man, yeah, man, you identical almost, man. Especially with that left, man. When you come over top, man,
Yeah.
just like Tarver used to do it, man.
Yeah, I need to see it. I need to see what's going on. If
Yeah,
anybody understands
Yeah, man.
Antonio
Tarver
Tarver.
was the truth, man. He
Tarver
was the
bad
truth, man.
boy.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed, man. Yeah, man.
Hey,
But congratulations, man. What's up, brother Lou? Lou in the building, man. How you doing, brother?
It was good. How you doing? So on?
But yeah, man, congratulations to you, man, on the victory, man, and you making the city proud, man. It's definitely, we all excited about this extraordinary victory for you. I know the feeling, man, of this sport, and then I was part of it, so I definitely know how it feels to win such like to win like that. I'm sure you didn't get no sleep. I didn't get no sleep for 2 days back in the day, so I know you probably didn't get no sleep for about 2 days. So,
man, throughout the whole tournament, we was barely getting sleep for real. Like,
right.
Because I think the only time we got sleep was the night before nationals. I mean, the night before finals. Because every day. So mind you, we had 10 people out there, and I think we had a super heavyweight out there too. Super heavyweight, they fighting last.
Yeah, man.
You know, and then mind you, after the fights, you know, we gotta work out too because you know, after every time I fought, I had to lose like 2 pounds.
Okay.
It was like,
Yeah.
you know, you still gotta get your running, you still gotta jump some rope a little bit. So it
Yeah.
was like, all right. Then after that, by the time you laying down, we was laying down probably like 12, 1 o'clock. And we had
Oh
to get
yeah.
up at 6 to go ahead and and weigh in. So it was
Yeah.
like, you know, for weigh-in, we weren't really getting no sleep. I think what was really saving me though was them naps. You know what I'm saying? Getting them naps in after you
Yeah.
weigh
Yeah.
in, you eat
Yeah.
right, you get a little nap and you good.
Yes, indeed, man. Man, you're gonna remember that experience for the rest of your life, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna remember that for the rest of your life, especially that tournament right there used to have always been the one that took fighters to the world championship. Like
Yeah.
people start focusing on you as a world champion now. You know the Golden Glove. As you fighting in the pros, 2022 Golden Glove champion Nasheed Smith. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna come up. You know, always, no matter where you fight. That's gonna always be mentioned first. National Golden Glove champion. So that's gonna be with you forever, man. So, man, peace and blessings, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Bro.
That's a big deal. I see the prayer rug in the background back there. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, indeed. I see it back there, brother. Yes, indeed. And praise is due, man.
Yes,
so, man,
sir.
peace and blessings, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Nasheed Smith, 2022 National Golden Gloves champion. Peace.